Hey guys, Alex DiVincenzo from BrokeHorrorFan.com here, and welcome to the second episode of What's in the Box. I want to start by thanking everyone who checked out the first episode. I really appreciate the feedback I received, and I was glad to hear that a lot of people responded well to it. I didn't expect to do a second video so soon, but in the week and a half since I filmed that first video, I've already received a ton of cool stuff, so let's take a look and see what's in the box. This first item is from Fright Rags, who are responsible for the Goosebumps box sets featured in the last video, and it comes from their recent line of Jaws merchandise. Jaws is one of my favorite films of all time, number 2 behind Halloween in fact, and it might be the perfect movie. I know some people don't consider it horror, but I'll never understand why. It's a monster movie, it just happens to be really, really good. Fright Rags put out this really cool enamel pin that recreates the iconic poster artwork from Jaws. As you can see, the backer card even features the swimming girl on the front, and Jaws himself on the back. But what's really cool about this pin is that the little Bruce actually moves up and down to make it look like he's attacking the swimmer. I know a lot of companies are putting out enamel pins these days, but few of them are doing it with this kind of creativity. The Jaws artwork is one of my favorite posters of all time. I even have it tattooed on me, so to see it come to life as an enamel pin is awesome. The recent death of George A. Romero was a huge blow to the horror community, and you've probably been watching a lot of his movies lately. Once you get through his filmography, I suggest checking out Effects, which did not directly involve Romero, but as it states on the back of the box, it was cobbled together with loose change by George Romero's friends. It's a decent little movie, a little rough around the edges, but the cast includes Tom Savini, who of course did special effects on Dawn of the Dead as well as countless other horror classics, Joe Pilato, who played Captain Rhodes in Day of the Dead, and John Harrison, who worked as assistant director under Romero on Day of the Dead and Creepshow, and then went on to direct Tales from the Dark Side the movie. And when you open the case, you'll notice that it comes with a little booklet featuring an essay on the film, and behind the disc you'll see reversible artwork. This one's coming to Blu-ray from the American Genre Film Archive, or the AGFA for short, which is a non-profit organization founded by Tim League, who also founded the Alamo Drafthouse. If you watch a lot of obscure horror and exploitation B-movies from the 70s and 80s, you're probably familiar with Vinegar Syndrome because that's what they specialize in. Every month they put out a couple new discs, and I've usually never heard of them, which was the case for Snapshot, or so I thought. But then I opened up the case, and I noticed that it has alternate artwork on the discs, one of which is the title The Day After Halloween. Now, I've never actually seen the film, but I've heard the title because I love the movie Halloween so much. It was an Australian movie released in 1979, which of course has nothing to do with John Carpenter's classic, but it was given the title to capitalize on its success. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and you'll notice behind the discs that there's also alternate artwork. I like the Day After Halloween artwork myself, but they're both pretty cool. I haven't watched this one yet, but Vinegar Syndrome always does an awesome job. It's restored in 2K from the original 35mm negative, so you know it's going to look good. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. Check on the site soon for my full review. If you haven't heard of Comet, it's a pretty cool TV station that plays a bunch of old sci-fi and horror movies, as well as shows like Mystery Science Theater. And the best part is that even if you don't get the station, you can tune into their website, which is comettv.com, and watch it all live for free. They send me a box of cool stuff every month, and this month, being August, is summer themed. This month's contents came packaged in a mini cooler featuring a great lime green and black color scheme. I'll be honest, when I first opened the box and saw this, I actually thought it was a fanny pack, which would have been pretty fashionable, but the cooler's cool too. Also included is a Comet TV baseball cap, a power bank portable phone charger featuring the Comet logo, which is great to have while traveling, a little packet of sunscreen lotion, SPF 30. As you can probably tell from my pasty white complexion, I don't spend too much time out in the sun, but it's a good thought. And there's an official first day issue stamp to commemorate this month's solar eclipse. This final item comes from Star Wars, which of course isn't horror, but I promise I have a good reason for including it. He looks like a freaking werewolf. There are a lot of cool monsters and aliens in the Star Wars universe, and this guy, Hask Thug as he's called, can be briefly seen in Star Wars The Force Awakens. I happened to be strolling down the toy aisle at Target, as adults do, and I noticed that a lot of their Star Wars figures were on sale. It was mostly obscure characters. I assume they're just making room for new inventory for Episode 8, but this guy immediately caught my eye, and the best part was that it was marked down to clearance for only $2.30. What a deal, right? So here he is. He's pretty cool. Looks even better out of the package. Looks like he's got 4 points of articulation on the arms and legs. The head, I guess you could call that a point of articulation. It moves the slightest bit left to right, but it gets caught on that sweet mane. His little gun, which is always fun, and I will try so hard not to lose, but probably will. It also comes with this little jetpack looking thing. I assume it's a jetpack. A bigger Star Wars fan than me can probably identify it better. But it's a cool little accessory to have. On the back of the package, it shows that you can combine it with accessories from other figures to make some kind of super accessory, I guess. But unless the other figures look like werewolves, I'm probably not going to buy them. However, this guy, in the movie, he is a triplet, so might buy all three and get them all for less than $10, which is an amazing deal. This is the kind of figure I would have loved as a kid because it's not immediately identifiable as Star Wars, which means you could play with it with any other line of toys and it would fit right in. Thank you for coming back for another episode of What's in the Box. One thing I forgot to mention in the first installment is you can find links to purchase all these items right down below. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description, and if you're on BrokeHorrorFan.com, it's just in the text right below the video. Either way, these companies deserve your support. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you next time with What's in the Box.